Jay King, who is out in Tucson, joining us live. And Jay, I love that you were saying you've been going out there for 4 decades, because I know the Tucson show's been there like since 1955, right? For all of us fabulous rock hounds and lovers. And you look amazing today. Did you happen to notice, Jay, that behind my cactus, we're by the sea?
Well, I have seen cactus by the sea.
Yay! I feel so much better.
I have some great shots, actually, of a lot of different areas. It's amazing that are so arid. And you'll have these amazing cactus gardens.
Wow.
And then behind it, you can see the ocean.
I love it.
So actually, that's reality.
Well, yay, yay, yay. Well, our reality today is going to be a lot of fun. And I know you said that you have been going there for years. My gosh, from your pilot's license at 16, we love how you're always traveling around the world looking for the best of the best. We're going to start right off with, first of all, it is a huge customer pick. Jay, our prices today are extraordinary for these pieces. This is this beautiful micro opal inlay ring that we sold, my friends, for $144.95. Look at how fascinating, with the turquoise and the rhodochrosite and the micro opal all together. Blues, greens, little bits of white. $69.99 is your price for it today. And we have start at 5 through 12. We mentioned it was a big customer pick at the original price, and we just marked it down, Jay. 5 flex pay, $14 on any credit card.
You know, this was something that we developed well over 30 years ago, was micro opal inlay. What makes this so unique and so different is that you're looking at something that is precious. So this is all precious opal from Australia. And what this is, you're not looking at just one mine. You're looking at over a dozen different deposits that you find out through Australia. And one of the big things people don't realize, well, at one time, you know, I've actually flown and I've traded with the miners, and I've gone to all these really, really small places, and I've landed on dirt roads. I've landed on dirt roads. I've landed on the highway, and then taken the plane and taxied up to the. Normally, what they do is they have a meeting area where they'll have like they have a diesel pump. Yeah. They'll have a petrol pump. They'll have the bar. They
gotta have the bar.
Like a small. Well, I mean, it's like the pub. I mean, you know, like that's where everybody meets, right? And they'll have basic food. They usually have some kind of garage, because in the outback out there where these mines are, there is nothing. I mean, there is no big city or anything. Even your avgas. Back then, I don't really think it's changed much, but you had to order your fuel for your aircraft well in advance, and they would bring it out on lorries, on trucks, and they would bring it out in 55-gallon drums. Really? So to fuel the plane, you would come out, and the guy would have either a hand crank pump to fill the plane, or they would, if they were really, really high tech, they would have a little electric pump that we hooked to a battery, and so we'd fill the plane. So I've got a long history with the opal mining industry in Australia. At one time, like I said, I believe, you know, it would be safe to say that 95% of all precious opal in the world actually came out of only Australia. That's kind of changed over the years now. There's very, very little material. They're not getting any, there's no real large deposits or large amounts are coming out. So we developed this where we had all these in cuts, and we had all the smaller pieces of the opal, but not really big enough to really, you know, to make a big statement piece like this. Yeah. And if you did make a statement piece in this, you're looking at literally thousands of dollars for a ring this size. So we developed micro opal inlay. And we did this for years, and it was one of the kind of the iconic things that we always showed in our designs. And then we had to stop doing it. And the reason is we ran out of material totally.
Really?
So we just now, last year in 2023, launched a few pieces because we're now able to have, over the past decade, we've been able to put together enough precious opal side cuts that we have actually material that we can do this. I'm not really aware, and not that I know everybody, but I do know a few people. I don't know anybody else that has this technology that's really doing this. I've never seen anybody at the Tucson Gem Show that is selling finished goods that has the ability to do this. Like I said, this is something that we actually developed. So I love this. What's really cool is you get this big, bold look in precious opal, and you can see these when you get every bit of this is again, it's precious opal, but it's from not just one deposit. It's from all the different deposits. And where we get our raw material for this is we get it from the Australian cutters who are cutting the cabochons, that they're cutting the finished goods. With Australian opal too, it's very rare. There are people that do it, like the Cooper Pedy deposit, where it's more of a white opal. They will cut what we call calibrated cabochons. So they'll cut the calibrated pieces that are smaller. Usually, if you're cutting calibrated, if you might get like an 8x10 oval, or like if you get a 1014, that's like huge. In this case, this thing is Mondo, right?
Yes,
it's
it is.
massive.
You're right.
But it's also affordable. And I'm not even going to talk about this price. I mean, yeah, there's no way. And as the manufacturers, and we make this from the raw materials, I mean, from the ground up. There's no component on this ring that is purchased. So it's all things that we create by hand. Every one of these is going to be uniquely different in their own right. There'll never be any two that are totally identical. And that's because the artist, what they'll do is, the silversmith in this case, we're kind of different in the fact that we're old school. So usually what we do is we cut the cabochons first. So we cut what we're going to set. We give that to the silversmith. The silversmiths, they build around that cabochon. In this case, it's reversed, because the silversmith will actually build the setting. And here again, these aren't cast. These are actually hand done.
Done by hand, right.
The sterling silver setting is hand done, yes. And then the inlayer will take, and he's got just a bowl, like a small bowl in front of him that has all these chips of the different precious opals. And they put it together just like you would a jigsaw puzzle.
Amazing.
So this is a jigsaw puzzle of
labor
precious
intensive.
opal.
Very labor intensive. And
labor intensive, yeah. And then also the skill level to be able to do this is like through the roof.
And I would say already, Jay, we've sold out the 5. We started with 5 through 12. And when you go to hsn.com, please do that so you can read the reviews. Huge customer pick. At 4.6 stars, almost every review is a perfect 5-star review. That was at the $144 price. So you're buying it for only $69.99 right now. As I mentioned, this is an example of the extraordinary prices you're going to see in this hour. $14 any credit card to get it home. $5.50 ships everything today. But what you also noticed in looking at this one and the one on Angie is that they're all very different. I'm going to be very drawn to this also because denim, denim, denim. If you're a denim girl, please think about how incredible this is going to work. And this is going to be that piece that people are going to stop you and say, where did you get it? So an amazing buy, 829-524. But now, and please stay there because we'll let you know when it's completely gone. Phenomenal value and just marked down. But we also have just marked